Hey guys, Forceburst Studios here, back with more Spellweaver. It's at Kiss Frosty.
Hey!
We missed Sunday's video. I will apologize for that, but to make it up, we will have 2 this weekend. Episodes number 50
Woo!
and 51.
Yay!
So look forward to the double feature on the weekend. Today we have Crazy Rage for you. It's a Rage Rush, but with the Blood Frenzy Feast. So you're using just the generic Zash, the Flame Bringer. Enemy creature can't block this turn. Helps you get the damage through and has a bit of synergy with a few of the cards. So we have 4 Lizard Barbarian.
As you
we're
would.
playing a Rage Rush deck, and you need the Lizard Barbarians.
Obviously.
We also have 4 Goblin Warrior.
Once again, obviously.
2 power, 1 mana. Then we also have 3 Blood Frenzy. Blood Frenzy deals 1 damage to any number of creatures you control, and then the enemy hero has to distribute that much damage among creatures he or she controls. So this kind of sets up a weird thing where, except for Goblin Warrior, everything has at least 2 toughness. So it's kind of like an early game fireball if they only have the 1 creature. And against other rage decks that aren't running the 2 toughness thing, it deals with them rather well. It's more like a tempo card than it is removal. We have 4 Tortured Orcs at 2 mana. They're a 2/3 and they're a slave. And as long as it's damaged, it's no longer a slave. So Blood Frenzy can kind of help with that. But generally speaking, you have a 1-drop and then you lead it into a Tortured Orc. And then you're good. You have a 2/3 that can eat most of the other 2-drops in the game.
And it won't suffer anymore because it's already been tortured. So really anything...
Well, I think it's being tortured. But apparently if you hit him with some damage, his chains fall off for a turn, and then you have to
he's
put
no
them
longer
back on.
tortured.
Yeah. By injuring him, you're no longer torturing him. Anyway, we have 3 Word of Fire, because it's Word of Fire. Deals 1 damage to an enemy creature for each of your rage levels, and you draw a card.
That's the most important bit.
Yeah. It's
a just
removal
the synergy
spell
with removal.
that draws a card.
The synergy is wonderful with this card.
We got 3 Goblin Fireworker. Helps deal with Helm and Lamp, and he's a 2-mana 2/2.
Any sort of art.
He's the extra when you don't get the Tortured Orcs. We got 4 Fireballs because removal's pro. Also can go face for late in the game. We got 4 Rakhi Berserker. It's a new card. 3 mana. It's a 2/3 with 1 speed, and it has Swift. And when he's dealt damage, you put a Might emblem on him, and as long as he has a Might emblem, he gets +1 speed. So if you have a Blood Frenzy after this, or at like 4 mana, you play him into Blood Frenzy, he's a 3/4 with Swift.
It's kind of...
Well, he's a 3/3 on the first turn because you've dealt the damage to him. But after that, he's a 3/4, and that 3/4 2 speed. And those are stats to beat.
Kind of funny how he's swift with only 1 speed.
Yeah.
Like many cards.
He also, if you're against zombies, he's just going to eat 1, and then he's going to be a 3/4.
Just thinking
But otherwise, he's fast. You know, he likes to charge in, but he can't catch people, I guess. That's the thing.
No endurance?
No endurance. Until, he gets damaged, and then he's got endurance.
Well, that's
It's a
because
weird
you're
thing.
in a blood frenzy rage.
Exactly. You just got to get him in the blood
It's
frenzy.
the adrenaline rush. I'm
So
sure
you
we've all been there.
The other 3-drop we have is Flame Warrior.
Oh, yeah.
He looks badass.
Kind of does.
He's a 3/2 for 3 mana. And when he enters the field, you put a target emblem on another creature, and at the end of your turn, he deals 1 damage to each creature with a target emblem.
He's like 3 feet of fun. 3 feet of all pure badass.
Yeah.
That's how I see him, honestly.
So he's really good at taking out 1 toughness creatures, and you can combine that with it can't block, so he's not just going to throw it away. He could also put an emblem on a Rakhi Berserker, so you have essentially a 3/3 3 speed, because he'll always deal damage at the end of the turn. And that's kind of how it works. It's not much else that utilizes target emblems other than him. If you have multiples of these, you can deal with 2 toughness creatures, so there's that. We got 2 Fire Blasts, because this just wins against rage decks that aren't this rage deck. And Soldiers, as long as you draw it. And then it's an extra Fireball at worst. 4 Flame Serpent, 5/1, Swift, Unstoppable, 2 speed, removal spell, and to the face, all in 1 card. And 3 Dragonfires, which generally go to the face.
Do you really need 3 Dragonfires, though? I feel like 2 is sufficient.
Could be.
I mean, I guess you could always tweak it a bit if you had to, but I mean, you could get a 4th Word of Power in instead of... Sorry, Word of Fire in instead of a Dragonfire.
Dragonfire helps you close out the game, though, once they've dealt with all the creatures.
That is true.
And Word of Fire doesn't do that. So you kind of have to have the Dragonfires, the Flame Serpents, and the Fireballs as your, get the last 5 to 3 damage in,
Yeah, I do, and you know what?
Druid Friends.
I guess we'll have to see how the 3 games go before actually deciding if you really need the the cards to close out, or if what you already have is sufficient.
Well, I guess we'll just have to see in Game 1. Game 1 against Moonheart. So is that like a heart that's the size of the moon that's replacing it? Or is that like a heart in a body that's the size of a moon? Because I think that just collapsed under its own weight in either case. So if it's in a body, it'd kill them. And I think we're going to keep this. We
have a very active imagination.
I mean, you have to try and make sense of the names.
Do you, though? Do you really?
That's why you got to name yourself Atkiss, because you just stare at it and you go, what could that possibly mean?
What does that mean?
It means attack, strategy. I think I've mentioned it before. But yeah.
To me, outside of a video, yes you have, because I actually asked you about that. I didn't know Atkiss actually meant anything. I thought it was kind of neat, actually.
So we're going to attack for 2. See if he takes the bait. Oh, he does take the bait. Yeah. Yeah.
Here's the attack.
We're going to word fire it.
Here's the attack strategy. Yeah.
And Dragonfire, please turn into a Raid Shrine. Thank you very much.
Hook, line, sinker.
Mana here. Now, Blood Frenzy. We could kill a Goblin Warrior with a Blood Frenzy. I think what we gotta do is attack like that. Obviously no blocks. And we hide our Lizard Barbarian away from prying eyes. And that 2/2. Spell Warden. It's a bit annoying.
Ooh, Spell Warden.
I mean, he can only take one of these.
Spell Warden would be pretty annoying.
He's gonna take the Fire Blast, so we can't play our Fire Blast.
That doesn't surprise me.
We're gonna hide that.
Damn shame you can't, like, Fireball.
Yeah, damn shame that we don't have a Fireball in our hand or something. So, we're gonna Fireball that. And then we're gonna Blood Frenzy. Get that annoying little 2/2 over there. And we're gonna attack for 3.
Nice. I really like Blood Frenzy, actually.
Yeah, since they've buffed it to be 1 mana, not 2 mana, it's a lot more playable.
Mm-hmm.
In the deck where you have like the card that makes 3 Tortured Orcs, though, you don't really play that. You don't really play that card. It seems insane, but you'd need a Blood Frenzy every turn to make it work. What do we do here?
Ray of Righteousness.
We play a Tortured Orc. And a Goblin Warrior. And we beat for 2 in the face.
That poor orc. Being all tortured.
It's got that Electric Collar. Constantly shocking him. And there's a 4/4. And that's a little annoying. How do we deal with a 4/4? Probably with Word of Fire.
Yep.
We're gonna have to lose something.
Not a big deal.
Goodbye. See, his torture is over.
His suffering.
That angel spared him from the torture.
As angels should do.
And Word of Fire.
Nice.
Let's hide him, because we can.
Let's not hide him.
Angels is kind of like the bane of this deck, though. We have all these not quite enough cards.
Well, I mean, you can get rid of the angel with Fire Blast as long as it blocks something.
What do we do here? So, Yeah, as long as it blocks something. We could attack with 3 things and kill it, but that's not really what we want to do.
No.
What we want to do is fire blast it. And then flame rune, target it. Except we can't attack this turn because it just kill things. There we go. We dealt with that one. How many more angels is he going to have? Oh, good.
Hey, not an... Uh-oh.
Please,
Right.
no. Please, no. Yes.
And it does not hit.
So, we can flame rune, target that. That's not blocking this turn. Beats.
Nice.
Dead. Not quite. Oh no, it is lethal. It's exactly lethal.
You haven't been able to do math lately in your head. At least not on camera.
Short. Didn't even need it. There we go.
You were golden, man.
Victory!
Every time you say that, it makes me second guess my math, and it's just like,
You're like, oh yeah.
oh
that's really
crap. And then I start using my fingers, and I'm just like, wait, no, what? And then I get confused, and then...
Basic math is overrated, okay?
Yes, exactly.
Addition, oh, that's annoying.
Subtraction, oh, so complicated.
Hopefully game 2 doesn't require any fancy math.
Game 2 against...
The
Whoa,
Fuzz.
the Fuzz.
I think we keep this.
I think we just resign now.
We got Goblin Warrior. And...
Tortured Orc.
yeah.
You don't need 2 of them. Not now, anyways.
They're not kind of helpful in multiple when I only have a Goblin Warrior to keep them in line.
Exactly.
Ooh, a 2-1. Interesting.
With range.
That's a little annoying.
That's already annoying, and that was just turn 1.
Here's a Tortured Arc. As long as he doesn't have a +1/+1 counter, we should be good.
Yeah, because then you're screwed.
Excellent. Now what do we got? It's gonna be... I don't think an attack here would be very helpful. I mean, maybe. I mean, we have a 2/3 to block it. I don't know what he's debating on.
Bathroom?
Oh, he's hiding them. Interesting.
You know something big is going to be coming up. That's going to
I mean, Flame
require
Rune,
them.
we'll deal with that. We got a free attack in.
Nice.
I do like that effect. Fire circle.
That's kind of nice. It's much better than the hail of arrows. Where when we first saw it, it was just
when
like
it first came out.
it was the most
If
pathetic.
it's one creature, just one arrow. Now it's actually a hail of arrows.
Yeah, now it's not so bad, but when we first saw it, oh man, just pew!
What?
It was so pathetic. It was wonderful.
Interesting.
Reincarnation Spirit.
Flame Rune, targeting that. That can't block. Beats.
Not bad, not bad.
Gains the 2 life, but that shouldn't be a problem. Victory! That
Nice.
was fast.
Yeah, it was. Must not have gotten the draws he needed.
No, probably not. Well, that was a fast game too. And we'll have to see how it goes in game 3. Game 3 against the Fuzz again.
I think this is actually almost. I think this is actually
This is
keepable.
keepable. I mean, we don't have our first raid shrine. As long as we get
Wait,
our first raid shrine.
why do you need raid shrines?
What is the worst here? Berserker. There's a raid shrine.
It was close.
It was close. Playing on the wire, but this deck is probably fine playing on the wire. We don't need to really go up to our second rage level very quick.
Plus, you're also a monocolor as well, so you're able to take a slight risk like that.
Word fire here. Deal with our little 1/1 friend.
Deal with it now,
2 beats.
lest you deal with it later. Lizard barbarian, barbarian.
3 mana for a 2/2.
Blah.
Dragonfire, you're a long ways off.
Yup.
How do we deal with this?
Fireball?
Could use the fireball.
I mean...
Or do we just trade it and attack with the Berserker? I think that's what we do.
Do you want to do that already?
Yeah. Because the problem is he can cast it again. And then we want to fireball it, because it'll be a 3/3.
Yeah, and you know what? I guess that's
and
true.
if he puts a might counter on it, he actually loses. Ooh.
Ugh.
Ooh.
Ugh.
Arrow barrage! As we were just saying, that looks far more epic.
Yeah.
It's not a single arrow for
Yeah.
each creature. Now what do we got? Tortured Orc.
The slaves are rebelling,
Lizard
though.
Barbarian.
Oh, never mind,
And
the
a
slave
blood
rebellion's
frenzy.
been quelled. With the sight of a lizard barbarian.
There we go.
And basically what he did to us, we just did to him. Essentially.
Basically. He got 2 creatures, we only got 1 creature. Reincarnation Spirit, it's 3/3. It's pretty threatening.
Damn shame we don't have a... Fireball?
It's a damn shame.
Except for the fact that we do have a fireball. Which is convenient.
Goblin Fireworker. Beats.
Going pretty solid for you so far, actually.
It is, yes. We're arrow barrage proof. Are we angel proof? Are we angel proof?
Kind of want that dragon fire back now. Getting to that point anyways.
I think
Flame.
Flame Serpent. That can't block. 7 damage.
That's pretty solid.
Especially since we can do the same thing next turn. Minus the not block, but he'll probably, you know,
Kind of have to.
attack one of our things to kill it.
Yeah. Especially because you've got another flame serpent, so he's kind of obligated to,
Ooh, that's a lot of things.
That is a lot of things. And he gained 2, which kind of sucks.
It's gonna kill my tortured orc.
The angel is just doing
Yeah.
its duty.
Kinda is. Angels. Doing their duty. Saving things from torture. All day. Come on, what do we got? It's...
You have 2 of them, eh?
Could deal with the life gain. Is that worth it?
Honestly, it probably is.
I don't know why I put both target emblems on the same.
I...
Yeah, whatever.
Are you okay? You seem a little out of it. This isn't like you to make so many mistakes.
Well, it's not like we were gonna
yes.
kill something. I guess it would have made blocking more of a nightmare. That was a pretty big misplay. That's 4 speed.
I mean, mistakes, yes, but usually not this many in a single session.
I believe
We won.
we win. As long as he doesn't have a pacify.
Or something of the sort.
Oh,
That's okay, I think we still won.
no. 'Cause this... Oh, wait, that can't block. We still win.
I was gonna say it's exhausted. It's...
Yes! Exactsies.
But curiously enough, though, yeah, I was going to say you should draw. Curious what it's going to be.
It was already drawing. Exactly.
Booyah!
Oh, yeah.
You were able to do the math. Congratulations! I'm proud of you.
Basic math! That was 3 for 3
Not bad.
against kind of like the worst matchup is big toughness creatures, angels.
That was pretty crazy. Crazy rage.
Crazy rage. And I guess we'll see y'all next time.
See ya.
Bye.